Good afternoon, Croydon. How are we all doing today? You're probably wondering what we're doing today out on the pavement. We're out here today to raise the awareness. Hopefully we can give you the tools going forward in the future that may safeguard your children, not just this generation, maybe the next one as well. We are the Save Our Children Army, and how the Save Our Children come about, we are a group of people that are aware of many different types of child abuse that is going on, that exists, that shouldn't exist. How I come into this is I become a father. I've become a father to a lovely little girl. My daughter was Bella. Basically, my child was taken into the hospital, from the hospital at 6 days old to a foster placement and kept with her mother from the rest of the family. Right, my child was taken by the local authorities at 6 days old. There's never been no abuse, no emotional abuse that's been suggested that they could possibly happen in the near future. Right. The only reason I know about this, like most of you guys won't know about this unless you've been through it. When I went through it, I was thinking to myself, how comes when you're going to go and deal with these people, you think, you know what, you've got to be scared, but at the end of the day, they're not here, they're not going to do no harm. And if anything, I wouldn't be any more wrong. Let me tell you now what exactly happened. At 6 days old, my child went into a foster placement with her mum. Her mum was then isolated and kept a prisoner. Go back to COVID, when COVID broke out. When everyone was fearful in their houses, there's this new disease going around. Yeah, my partner was pregnant at that time. And basically, as you know, you were all kept away from your family. Your parents were dying, your nan and granddad were dying, everyone that was dying or falling ill, you were kept away from. But you were kept away from everybody. My daughter was born in the start of that. She went into care on the Friday. The lockdown kicked in on the Thursday night, just gone 7 o'clock, that's when the lockdown kicked in. My child was taken into care, and when it was going on, we got the reports, and as we're getting the reports, I started to question a lot of what's written in the reports, and I was trying to get an understanding of why is there so many mistakes and blatant lies. I'm going to say it here and now in Croydon High Street, blatant lies throughout my report, right? There should be no lies when it comes to a child. If you're there to protect a child, you should never have to tell a lie to protect the child. It should be done on facts. And that's what that picture is there. Social workers steal children for profit facts. And I'll tell you now, what I'm going to explain to you is about the profit side of it, okay? A lot of people don't realise what the incentive is to lie for a social worker. The pressure is put on them by senior social workers within their department to achieve their results. There's a thing called paid performance-related bonuses, which many social workers have got. This month, leading up to January, they've just had their bonuses released through them. They only can be released once they reach a quota. So the quota has to be achieved, and they will do this through deception, lying, cheating, to steal your child. I'm a father saying this to you now on the street who's lost my child. There is no worse pain than losing your child when it's taken from you from lies and deception. Your child is removed. Imagine your child next to you is suddenly not there because somebody decided to tell lies in a report, only so they can profit the bonuses. This is how serious it is. £36,500 they get as an interagency when the money changes hands, when the child changes hands. Every time that child is moved from one placement to another, there is a release of money. There's so much money behind the scenes within children's services that children are getting stolen at an alarming rate. When I say an alarming rate, I'm saying 1 every 20 minutes a child is taken throughout the UK. This is how bad it really is. It's disgusting. Many parents are waking up Christmas Day not knowing where their kids are, and many kids are waking up on Christmas Day not knowing where their parents are or who their parents was. Yeah? Children should not be taken through lies and deception. Because that, from the moment you tell a lie to take a child, you've crossed the road from protecting that child. You've now become the child abuser because you've lied and you're robbing that child of what that child should know. No child should be stolen through lies and deception. If a child needs to be protected, then by all means protect the child. It should not have a thing called future risk of emotional harm. Hear the word now, possible future risk of emotional harm. That means something hasn't happened. Something may happen in the future. It doesn't mean it's going to happen today. It doesn't mean it's going to happen at all. But a mere suggestion within the secret family court by a social worker, there's going to be a possibility of future risk of emotional harm is enough to remove someone's child from their loving arms. So look around you people, look at your children and be thankful that you've got your children in your arms today. There's many of us that have been deceived by the system, that have had our children stolen. They've told lies to remove our kids from our care. This is how real it really is. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. I'm here for all the little people that need a voice. Because when I come along, there weren't many people doing what I'm doing today. And I thought to myself, somebody needs to stand up for all these parents that are being wronged by a system that is very corrupt. It's money that is driving the system. It's the privatisation of the adoption agencies and the fostering agencies that are ruining the system. Children's services are supposed to be there to protect children. It's not about stealing children. However, when you start privatising it and you start adding paid performance-related